Video games have the powers to impact our lives in ways we never could have expected. So today, we're going over our top 10 video games of all time. And stick around, because number 4 might shock you.
Welcome back to the Nerdiest Podcast, the show where nerds talk about nerdy things. I'm your host with the most, who's always sleep-deprived, Mr. Nick with no K. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my ride or die, Mr. Jackson Glass. And today, as he said in the tease, in the little intro, we are going over our top 10 video games of all time. Now, as long-term listeners will know, we have done this list before, but it was only a top 5 list, and it was... Five years ago. So, not only are we going over how our 1 through 5 has changed, we're also adding 6 through 10. We're adding 5 more games to the list. And, you know, I actually have our old list pulled up, so we can go over that before we dive into it. Let me just say, no generative AI used on this podcast. However, I did pull a transcript from that episode, feed the transcript to ChatGPT, and within 30 seconds, it gave me our lists from last time,
and that's
without
awesome.
Me having to comb through the episode. So, that is a good use of AI.
That's ethical.
That's great. But before we dive into any of that, Jackson, how have you been?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Coping with the fact that 2021 was 5 years ago. I don't think I like that.
That's real.
But also, here's the plan. 2031, we're doing our top 15 video games. So everyone stick around for 2031. In 5 years, 5 more games. So
how many episodes do we average a year? 26?
Golly, I don't know.
We're on 187.
Oh, man. So what number is that going to be?
Roughly 317.
All right. So an episode roughly 317 is going to be top 15 video games. So this list was hard for me. This was a difficult list for me because I knew that we would only do this so often. So if something was off, I just know I'm going to think of the perfect game that should go in my top 3 the second we stop recording. That's always how it goes.
And we'll see you in 2031.
And I'll see you then. But I've been good. I've been very busy. We've been doing a lot of content. But we're about to get back on the regular schedule. We didn't want to leave you guys hanging for 3 weeks with no episode. That would just be tragic. But also the summer just had so many good movies that we had to cover them. We had to talk about all of them. And if you want to see some more summer movie coverage, it is on the Nerdiest After Show, where our Toy Story 5 and our review of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey are on there exclusively for the live studio audience. You could become a YouTube member for $5 a month. You get a bonus episode of the Nerdiest After Show, and we are working on more perks for you. Don't worry. But huge shout out to all our YouTube members. You guys help us keep the lights on. Also, we've been doing great content on Instagram, posting there every day. On Twitter, Nick is killing it on x.com. He's been posting some really good stuff. But yeah, it's been good. Just been very busy working on a lot of content. What I have enjoyed recently, that I'm documenting, I think is interesting, is I have been getting into notebooks. Now I know what you're thinking. Jackson, what do you mean how do you get into notebooks? I'm slowly fading off writing things on my phone. If it's a basic thing that I don't need to keep long term, it should go in a notebook. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's counterintuitive. Don't you want to preserve stuff in notebooks forever? Well, yes. I write prayers in notebooks. I try to journal thoughts whenever I can. But also, to-do list, I think there's a satisfaction to physically crossing something off of a list that gives me a high. There's a dopamine hit. I got so much random crap done this week simply because I was chasing the high of scratching things off my list. I also said, I need to do all this stuff, but I said I can't do anything creative until I complete my list. So I have a list. It's called my Stuff That Sucks list, and it's just a bunch of stuff that sucks that's keeping me from being creative. So I called the dentist. I bought a new water filter. I just because I couldn't find the right ones for my current one, and it's kind of old. Bought a new water filter. I need to call my bank. I did all kinds of random stuff. So I feel good. Edited short. I was like, I need to edit a short today. I don't want to do it. I need to do it. 9 minutes. I edited a short in 9 minutes. Come on. I'm on top of my game. So I've been good this week. Kind of exhausted from doing so much, but it's been very good. Mr. Nick, how are you?
I'm good. I just want to say I also have a physical, it's a planner that Maddie got me. Honestly, the best planner I've ever had. Haven't opened it since May because that's where the little thing is.
Because it wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned to not open it, but I do need to get back into it. But aside from that, it sits right here on my desk right in front of me. It's been good. I have been really busy. Work actually kicked into full gear this week. I had something every night on top of trying to do content and some other stuff. I have been, and this kind of goes into what we talked about, or what we're talking about today, is video games. I've been playing a lot of Wind Waker. I am through everything except for the Triforce quest. So for those who've played the game, you understand the pain that I'm about to go through because I'm playing the GameCube version on Switch Online, not Wind Waker HD, because Nintendo just hasn't ported that sucker over to the Switch for some reason. But for those who don't know, as far as I've seen from the guide that I've looked at for the Triforce quest, you need to get 8 shards of the Triforce. And each one of those shards has 3 steps. Because you have to find where the map is, take the map to Tingle to get it translated, basically, and then go find the actual shard of the Triforce for every single one of those. And it costs 300 something rupees for each one.
Dang.
And my wallet caps out at 1,000.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh.
So it's grind time. So
I'm going to start working on that tonight. I'm going to turn on a podcast and just go for it. And I'll get through it. I'll get through it eventually.
It's going to be great.
So that's what I've been playing. Here's something I want to pick your brain on a little bit.
Okay.
So, as you know, they are doing a Switch 2 version of Minecraft.
Yes.
And some people got to go hands-on with a closed beta this week. And every time they talk about Minecraft for Switch 2, they just keep talking about these vibrant visuals that they're bringing over. They're not talking about mouse mode or, better performance, nothing. It's just every time they're like, hey, check out Minecraft on Nintendo Switch 2, gonna be a game key card
with vibrant visuals,
the highest selling game of all time, and the best Microsoft can do is a game key card. That's cool.
Sweet.
Like I've said before, small indie teams, you guys get a pass. Microsoft,
no.
guys,
yeah.
You put Indiana Jones on a full, come on, it's Minecraft. What the heck? Anyway, I don't know. I'm just a little worried that Minecraft for Switch 2 is going to be a real nothing burger of a port, and it's just going to be better visuals. I think it'll fix some of the performance because Minecraft on its own, the standard edition, runs decently on Switch 2.
Yeah.
Compared to Switch, I booted it up the other day just to roam through a world for funsies because I was trying to kill time. But I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're going to actually pull through here, or is it going to be a nothing burger?
It's interesting because I've been playing on this Bedrock world on my Switch, OLED, Switch 1. And the performance on Minecraft is a lot better than I remembered. So it's not unplayable. I don't think it's unplayable by any means. But I think that there's a huge opportunity to kind of unite some of the people that are not scared, but reluctant to join Bedrock, because as a Java player, I'm used to these vast render distance and high frame rates and stuff like that, things that a Switch 2 could provide. And so, but it was funny because on the same world, I was hanging out with my buddy Johnny, who was hosting the world, and I was at his apartment on his PC, and I went, oh no, because I saw the world that I've been playing on with the PC graphics and performance, and I was like, oh no, this is a beautiful world, and I can't see any of it. It was so sad, because it was like, he said, yeah, here's the whole city. It was our whole map, and he could just see the whole thing. And I was like, oh no, I'm really limited on this. So I really hope that they can get some performance out of that, and not just a better, even if you could just do like higher render distance, but maybe they're saying like you can up the graphics without like canning your quality, you know?
Right.
Like hopefully that it'll be like you get better render distance, better frame rate, like all this stuff. Because if they had a keyboard and mouse mode, oh dude, I might have a Switch 2 in my Amazon cart tomorrow. Just because I'm like,
You should get it before the price goes up on
it's
September
going to go up
1st.
again. It's going to go up forever into eternity. So I'm just like, man, if they added a mouse mode and I could play on this world like on Bedrock and play like a computer, oh, that'd be dangerous. That'd be
Dude,
so dangerous.
Listen, I could sell you mine for cheaper than MSRP if that leak about the Zelda themed one is legit. I'm like,
I know you're fanboy, but want that Zelda Switch. I know you want that Zelda Switch. Listen, if
just
anyone,
say, I'll just text Amy and be like, hey, you want a
Listen.
Christmas present? I can get you a Switch 2
Listen.
for $150 cheaper than brand new.
Listen, if Nick is on the street and there's like a giant like box with a stick up and the Zelda Switch is in there, he's getting trapped in that box.
I'm cooked, bro.
There's no avoiding it. It's like a moth to a flame, like Zelda Edition Switch things.
See, that's the thing, though, is like why I'm so tempted is because when they did the one for Tears of the Kingdom, I had already had my OLED for like 2.5 years. So I was like, okay, well, I've had it long enough that like I might as well. Like I might as well skip it and I'll just get the Pro Controller. But this is like, especially because I knew like, oh, Switch 2 is coming. Like, and I'm going to want that. So I'll just wait on getting a new Switch. But this is like, we're only a year and a half by the time this comes out. We're only a year and a half past. We've still got at least 6.5 more for this. So this Switch 2 has a much longer runway of use. So like, I'm like, I don't know. It's going to depend on if like, is it just the console? Is it the console and the game? Because if it's the console and the game, then I'm cooked because it'll be a digital copy of the game.
Yep.
But I own every Zelda game physically, so I'm going to have to double dip. But I don't have any friends on Switch 2 who would need the digital code. So it's like, who am I supposed to give this to? Because my other friends who would get it would also be getting the digital code. So I'm like, if it's just the console for $500, I'm like, okay. Could sell my Switch for $400.
Yeah. Upgrade.
And then I'm really only paying like $100 plus the game and the Pro Controller. So I'm like, I don't know. I got to see the pricing when it comes out, figure out where I'm at financially. Nobody might be getting Christmas presents because I'm buying one for myself. It is what it is.
According to my financial advisor, is I have enough to retire as long as I die tomorrow. So, you know what?
According to my
Maybe
financial advisor, I shouldn't, and she's my fiance. So,
according to my financial advisor, I can buy the Zelda Switch 2 edition as long as I don't have to live anywhere.
as long as rent isn't due on the first of the
As
month.
long as rent is free, I can play Zelda. And you know what? That's a good deal.
I'm sold.
Maybe I can move back in with my parents and play Zelda. Big brain.
Speaking of Zelda, top 5
10
games.
Top 10 games. Top 10. You know what's funny? We did top 5 games 5 years ago. Top 5 games 5 years ago.
Yep.
How about that?
I was trying to
number
find some
5.
correlation between like a third 5 in there of like 5 hosts, but it was only
5
3 of us.
3 hosts.
So it was not. There was nothing there.
I
Anyway,
don't know. Also, listening back to that episode, you were a baby.
Yeah.
You were a freaking baby. Because you were what, 18?
When that episode was recorded, yeah. I would have been 18.
You sounded like that at 18? Like, not even in like a mean way. I'm like, I don't feel like you sounded like that when you were 18.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I go back and listen to episodes, and I'm like, ew.
Like, in the moment, I was like, no, that's just Nick. That's what he sounds like. Do you remember, we used to get comments all the time that were like, dude is the living embodiment of the nerd emoji.
Yeah, and you know why we stopped getting them? Because I put the nerd emoji in blocked words on the YouTube comment section because I was tired of reading it.
It was so bad. It was bad.
Actually,
apparently. Do you know what kind of train this is? That's like, when you say like nerd emoji, that's my first thought is that kid from the Polar Express.
yeah.
It's like, do you know what kind of train this is? Like,
Dude,
that's so funny.
I hate
That's
those comments.
hilarious. I'm so sorry.
it's
Oh,
fine. I've gotten
man.
some on like my YouTube channel that's like, is that bro's real voice? And I'm like, what?
Like, what do
Wait,
you mean?
think I'm using like the pitch up on the Rodecaster, like just for funsies?
What did
That'd
what
be
was that?
crazy if I did though.
That'd be a wild bit. What was that one comment I got where it was like Unc likes kids movies or something, and I'm like, I'm 22. Or it was like grown man only talks about kids movies, and I'm like 22. Like,
You're commenting on a reel about talking about kids movies, so like, what's your point?
What was
like-
that one?
It was like the one on the Mario reel you posted on Instagram that was like, oh, I liked it, and then I'm unliking it for 6-7, and you were like, yeah, but engagement's still engagement, thanks.
I was
And then
like,
moved on.
that was freaking funny, guys. I really try not to.
You try to keep a good like brand reputation on Instagram, but then sometimes the mask slips because you encounter someone who's just like, you're the exception, not the rule.
Most of the time, I only get sassy on a comment if I think it's funny.
Yeah, because like
Like,
there's some comedic value to be had.
Like, I'll never be mean in a comment, but I'll always be like, oh, you're just being dumb, so let me like ratio you really quick.
Let me be dumb back.
It's so entertaining.
But in a funny way.
Speaking of comments, let me pull this up. I felt like we had to. Oh, sorry. Something started playing in my ugh.
Dude, I've got the Mario 64 Dire Docks 10-hour loop going right now. It's great.
I need to shout out the Yawning 2006, who commented on our last Brand New Day review, our last episode, and said, as requested, the total amount of times these two nerds have said the phrase brand new was 58 times, with Nick saying brand new a measly 17 times in the episode, while Mr. Jackson Glass said brand new a total of 45 times. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for counting that. That means a lot to me. And also referring to me as Mr. Jackson Glass is freaking funny. And I love that.
Mr. Jackson Glass, that was my father.
Yeah, Mr. Jackson Glass. So I think it's time we get into our top 10 list. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm in. You want to hear our old top 5?
Yeah, let me hear
Just so we
it.
can see how
Just
things
for
have
old
changed?
time's sake.
So, you guys can go back and listen to the episode. It's way back there, like episode like 22
Don't do
or
it.
something.
It's not worth it.
I mean, it's not, but if you really want to, like, also, I just want to point this out. For anyone who like got into the podcast on YouTube, when you get to the end of the YouTube playlist, you may notice that it's like 40.5 is the first one. There's 39 other episodes.
Yeah.
Actually, a little more because we had like some spots where the video was spotty. But there's like 39 to 50 more episodes that are on Spotify, like that are on audio platforms. Yeah. So you should like go listen to those and work your way through the backlog. Anyway, I'll start with Jackson's. Actually, no, I'll start with mine because mine's probably the most unchanged. Spoiler alert. So my top 5 in 2021, from 5 to 1, is Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 2017, Mario Kart 7, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time for Nintendo 3DS, Minecraft, and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
Jackson's top
My
5
list is diabolical.
from 5 to 1 is Skylanders Swap Force, Wii Music, Star Wars Battlefront 2015, Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4, and Minecraft. Now,
That's
I didn't tell you about this. It
diabolical
also
list.
pulled the honorable mentions.
Oh my word.
My honorable mentions was New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Lego Star Wars 3,
Oh my
Miitopia, Tomodachi Life, Animal Crossing New Leaf, and Age of Calamity. Age of Calamity being anywhere near a top 5 list 3 months after the game came out is diabolical.
Terrible.
That's crazy.
You can't do that.
Your honorable mentions were Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga, Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Mario Kart Wii, Super Mario Galaxy, Guitar Hero 3, Guitar Hero Aerosmith, Lego Rock Band, Portal 2, and Wii Sports Resort.
Wow. That's crazy.
So,
Very
Minecraft,
vast.
Minecraft, Breath of the Wild, and Mario Kart are the only ones that appeared on multiple lists.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you and me, the only overlap we had was Minecraft.
That's crazy. I think we might have more overlap on this one. We'll see.
I guess we'll have to find out.
You ready?
I'll let you start. Give me
Ready?
number 10.
Number 10. I can't believe you said this. Wii Sports Resort. Need I say more? When I was thinking about this list, the top 3 to 5 is honestly usually pretty easy. But once you get past that, you kind of think, what justifies an 8 or a 7 or a 9? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized Wii Sports Resort is a game that I could play anytime and have so much fun. I think that it's one of those games where the simplicity works in its favor, where it's not Wii Sports, which is also very simple, but Wii Sports Resort takes that simplicity and amplifies it into such a vast fun game that I can get addicted to. There's so many mini games. I want to get all the badges. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a whole map to explore. The motion controls are better. They did the Wii Motion Plus with that one. Dog fighting is amazing. Sword fighting, speed slicing, bowling, the best golf course in all of Wii. You cannot fight me. Wii Sports Resort Golf is so much fun. It's just that game. And I think for it to hold up, for such a simple game to hold up so well, so long, it deserved a top 10 spot. It deserved it. So there you go.
That's fair. That's real. How do you feel about did you watch the trailer for Switch Sports Resort? They're going back to Woohoo Island.
I saw some stuff about it. Switch Sports was so disappointing. It was so close to being awesome, and then there were no Miis. There were only 4 games on it, and the controls were impossible, and it just had no charm. It had no charm. It had no fun.
I'll die on this hill. You know what killed Switch Sports? No baseball. Which, when they unveiled the trailer for Switch Sports Resort, you can watch my reaction to it. Subtle plug. Go follow me on YouTube, Nick with okay. The whole time I was like, all right, boxing and baseball. Boxing and baseball. Okay, they got boxing, baseball, baseball, baseball. No baseball, which is crazy because baseball is wicked popular in Japan. I don't understand why they took it out.
It's also it's a really simple game too.
It's not like it's
you
hold
hard.
the Joy-Con and then you go.
Bow.
That's it, just like you did on the Wii.
They're like, well, we're going to add it later. Hey, man, you didn't add it later. You announced a new game. What do you mean?
And what's crazy is I didn't know this. Switch Sports sold 12 million copies.
Why?
It actually sold really well.
Do you remember when I visited you and you lived in Florida and we played Switch Sports for hours? Yes.
We played was that the full release or was that the beta?
I think that was the beta release. Also, their bowling sucked. It was a terrible bowling game.
Nintendo Switch Sports has sold over 18.32 million copies as of March 2026.
Wasn't it a launch title, though?
No. It came out in 2022.
Wasn't there a Switch bundle with it though?
No, because the Switch era was when they stopped bundling games together because they were actually successful and weren't desperate enough to give you a free game. That's why everyone started hating Nintendo in the Switch era because they got really used to the Wii U era. I went back when I watched the Scott the Wise Wii U documentary. Very good, very well put together. Highly recommend it. You start to see about halfway through that generation how they were desperate for you to play their game. They had like a Wii U bundle that had like Splatoon, Nintendo Land, and Mario 3D World all in the box for free with the game. They're like, please buy our console.
Yeah.
So then when you get to the Switch 2 era, or the Switch era, where they're like, best we can do is a Mario Kart bundle every Christmas. Thank you. Yeah, if you want a game, you actually have to pay for it. Because the games make money.
And it's $80.
So you will be paying us $60 for Smash Ultimate 5 years after launch.
Yep.
So Switch 2 era is even... Well, actually, no, it's a little better because they... Like, Mario Kart World was a pack-in. They have a bundle right now. You can get either Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, or Pocopia. So, like, they're kind of bringing it back. Yeah. I don't think that's out of desperation. I think it's, like... Despite what everyone says, I think it's them trying to be very pro-consumer and understand, like, hey, we are the cheapest console on the market right now, and even though we're going up to $500, we'll give you a game.
Yeah.
Like, because we understand times are expensive, and if you have at least one, you'll buy more. So, anyway, tangent over. Number 10. My number 10. Okay, guys, I went a little above and beyond for this episode. I was really, really feeling it. So, I decided to go find the game case for every single one of my top 10 because I own all of them physically. So, subtle physical plug, but also go check out Physical Media Friday every Friday on everywhere the podcast is, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all the shenanigans. But my number 10, Mario Kart 7.
Wow.
This was on my list last time, and last time I tried to do this little like, I'm going to put 7 and 8 on there at the same time because they're the same game. No, wrong, false.
Yeah.
So as I was thinking, like, okay, well, I have to include a Mario Kart game on this list. And I was like, which one, though? Like, 8's really good. 8 Deluxe is really good. I decently enjoy Mario Kart World, but nowhere near enough to put it on a top 10.
Right.
Like, and I never really played DS. Mario Kart 7. I have so many formative memories playing this game. This game is the reason I got good at Mario Kart because I was able to finally use a circle pad, like some kind of analog joystick, instead of a freaking D-pad. We used to group up after church and sit in like the fellowship hall, and we would all do like the local download play because only I had to have Mario Kart 7, and then everyone else could join on and play. And it has so many of my favorite tracks: Neo Bowser City, Rainbow Road, Airship Fortress, although I know that one's like DS, the Piranha Plant Slide. Like, so many of my favorite Mario Kart tracks come from 7. And I also think the gliding mechanic is really sick. Even though I'd say I'd probably prefer the anti-gravity from 8. 7 was good. That was like 7 also was the last Mario Kart game that felt difficult. And what I mean by that is, in order to like unlock Rosalina as a playable character, you had to get first place for, it was like some weird metric system where like, not only did you have to get first place in all 4 races on the Grand Prix, you had to stay in first for like 2 out of the 3 laps, finish with 10 coins, and like not get hit. Like, it was all these crazy things. So I was like, okay, we're on the last lap of the last race of this cup, and I can unlock Rosalina. And then someone would hit me with a blue shell right before the line, and I would have 7 coins instead of 10. And I'm like, now I got to go do the whole thing over again.
Yeah.
So like, now it's like Mario Kart 8's like, you had no coins. You only got in first at the last second. Sure, we'll give you another thing. Like, sure. Yeah, that's cool, right? That's cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mario Kart World's kind of the same way, as much as I do like that game. So, yeah, Mario Kart 7 is my number 10.
Wonderful. Number 9 for me, kind of a niche pick, but I'd like to let this game represent the franchise as a whole.
Okay.
But this is the one I picked because it was so special to me because it was the first game I played in this franchise, and it was one that I played so much, and it's one that I think I could play again. And I think it impacted me in a really big way outside of the game that like it's still like affected who I am today. And that is Guitar Hero Aerosmith,
Ooh.
which, by the way, I had on the Wii when I was maybe 6 years old. And my mom loves Aerosmith, big Aerosmith fan. That's why she bought it for me. Well, Aerosmith is not a very PG band, if you didn't know. And after picking up on some of the lyrics, this game was taken away. But I would later relive my love of Guitar Hero Aerosmith as a teen, which is an appropriate age for the game. So I think the song list on this one is super underrated. I think they picked the best Aerosmith songs and added the other songs that they added. Their non-Aerosmith were also phenomenal. This was kind of like, I think this was post Guitar Hero 3, so it has that kind of gameplay system that Guitar Hero 3 was famous for, while having like a set list that I connected to more. Now, Guitar Hero 3 is also iconic, maybe the best Guitar Hero game, but Aerosmith is my favorite. But man, I've had all the Guitar Hero games. I had Van Halen, I had World Tour, I had even Rock Band, like all that stuff. So this is more of an encapsulation of all of those rhythm games that impacted how much I love music now. Go listen to me on Spotify at Jackson Glass. But this like impacted how much I love music now, and just gave me that gateway into that, into playing real guitar and making real music, and just having an appreciation for that. So this was a really important game for me, and this was the one that started it all. So Guitar Hero Aerosmith landed a number 9 spot.
Very nice, very nice. Cookout run on Fortnite Festival win. How do we get it there?
ASAP.
How do we get it there?
Hey, look at that shit. Hey, on the video, I'm wearing that merch. It's 2 a.m. I want a chocolate milkshake.
Best place to be
when I shouldn't even be awake.
All right, my number 9. This one is one that got added right before we started recording because I totally forgot that I should even put it on my list. And that is none other than Star Wars Battlefront 2.
You dog!
Which you'll notice I have the Elite Trooper Deluxe Edition.
You're so
I got
bad.
to pre-order, and I got to play it Tuesday when
You're
it came out
so
instead
bad.
of Friday. So this game is kind of, it's not really controversial anymore. But when it launched, it was very controversial. The loot crate system was not great.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was very
pretty
bad. But despite all of that, I love Star Wars. Like I'm sure everybody knows that watching the show, unless this is your first episode, then welcome.
By the way, we love Star Wars.
Yes, we love Star Wars here. I was really excited for this game because I got and played Battlefront on the Xbox, and when they announced Battlefront 2 and they were like, okay, well, we're expanding into the prequels and the sequels and the original shit. Like, you're going to be able to play across all of it. You can do clones, rebels, stormtroopers, droids, first order stormtroopers, like whatever you want. It's going to be great. And we're doing like this all new, like original story campaign. Like, it's going to be awesome. And I was like, dude, I'm in. So I remember following like all these Battlefront channels and going over like every single like time one of the devs tweeted. It was a 20-minute video about what this could mean for the potential of the game and the scope they were going for and like all this stuff.
Top 10
and then the launch
kills.
was awful.
Yeah, man.
Because of all. But despite all of that, I was one of those players who stuck with it. And like me and my friend group, we played it through all of that anyway, which I think is what really increased my appreciation of the game, because I got to watch it go from this like really buggy loot cratey type mess to actually a really polished game that plays very well.
Yeah.
That has some really good content. And honestly, if EA, you want to make a quick buck, port it to Switch 2.
Yeah.
Like, give it another chance, give it another life in the big 26, because you're clearly not going to make a Battlefront 3, and you're not doing anything else with the Star Wars license you've been given for the last 12 years, or however long it's been. But I love it. Because, I just sunk so much time into it. Like, grinding credits for all the skins and the different variations of, like, okay, well, I want the 501st outfit, and I want to get this skin for Han Solo, and this skin for Lando, so it's the Childish Gambino skin, like, from Solo. So, like, all of that, I thought the campaign was all right. Like,
it was fine.
It wasn't anything
It was
special.
never what people were playing the game for, and I think that was one of its biggest faults, was they were under the impression that we were there for the story. And then I don't even remember the girl's name, like her
Iden Versio.
And then it like tied into The Last Jedi, and everyone was like, "Wait, what? Like, how did we get here?" Yeah.
So it's a good game. Dude. Do you remember when they used to give us like little inserts inside the game? Isn't that crazy?
And you know what's wild is Battlefront 2 still has an active player base.
It does. That's why I'm saying, EA, listen.
You can like
port that junk to Switch too.
You could still hop into a full multiplayer game.
Make it cross-platform, and then port it to Switch too. You could actually like. I think there's enough people out there that a port like that would. Even if it was just like an upscaled, like, okay, we're doing Xbox Series X, PS5, and Switch 2.
Right.
Like, we're just doing a definitive edition. Because this game came out, 2017?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this game is...
Oh,
this game was 9 years old?
Oh, no. Ew. I'm so old.
I remember exactly where I was at in life when this game came out, and it does not. Anyway, move on to the next one. I don't want to think about that for too long.
Number 8 for me, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than a Nintendo classic that, according to Metacritic, is the best Wii game of all time. Really impressive. Really impressive. I think this is a really great game, and that is Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Ooh.
And 2 specifically, because I remember the airship was cooler. And I thought the gameplay was better. Recently, friend of the show, Logan, tried to replay Mario Galaxy 2, and he was like, it's the most frustrating game I've ever played in my life. He's like, it is so infuriating. And I just disagree. I think Mario Galaxy 2 was really special to me because I've always loved Mario. Loved the Mario games. That was a big thing for me that I grew up on, as you'll see on this list moving forward. Spoiler alert. But I think that this one really struck me in a way that this was, I think, the first 3D Mario game that I got to play. I had Mario Galaxy 2 before Mario Galaxy, and I don't know why, but when this game came out, I kid you not, like, let me take you to this place. When did this come out?
It was like 2011.
So
the first one was 2008.
2010. Mario Galaxy 2 was 2010. So I was about 7 years old. Imagine I'm 7 years old, and we come home late one night from church, and my dad says, I have a surprise. And he whips out this brand new copy of Super Mario Galaxy 2. And I literally, like, clear as day, I can see him standing in the living room going, look what I got. And we were like, holy crap. It's like, what happened? Why? We're like, why? It's not Christmas. Like, what happened? And he was literally like, I just felt like we needed a new game. Like, I just felt like we all needed, and I was like, this is it was like a Wednesday night, and we're playing this brand new game. Looking back, he wanted to play it. He really wanted to play it. I'm like, yeah, that's based. But it was like watching, and it was so funny too because he was the one that demoed it. Like, we were like, wow, and he was like, yeah, come watch me play it. So we just sat there like enamored with like the music and the star bits and the star fest, and it's like, oh, Rosalina and the big starship and the level it's just the amount of time I sunk into this game. It's maybe the best video game soundtrack of all time. We'll see. I gotta sleep on that one. Yeah, Mario Galaxy 2. I think it just had one of those elite vibes and amazing music, great level design. I think it's just one of the best 3D Mario games we could have ever made.
Interesting. I've played Galaxy. I thought Galaxy was good. What's crazy is like we've talked about this on an episode before. You were either a Mario kid or a Zelda kid.
Yeah.
I had a little bit more of a mix of the two, but if I had to pick one, it would be Zelda. Like I was a Zelda kid.
Yeah.
I played Galaxy, thought it was great. Tried to play Galaxy 2 last year when it came to Switch because I was like, oh, I've never played it. I've heard it's really good, like so on and so forth. I got like 3 hours in and I was like, I hate this game. This is Galaxy over again with a couple new mechanics, and I feel like I'm getting a really bad sense of deja vu, which maybe is how a lot of people felt about Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Because I get it. Like, I understand now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Mario Galaxy is this incredible game that, like, wow, so well put together, like, incredible soundtrack. And then you get to Galaxy 2, and you would think, oh, well, everyone's going to love this game because it's Galaxy and more.
Right.
But then you're like,
well, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But that's what's tough is I played Galaxy 2 first.
Yeah, so
that's
really,
my OG.
I'm really curious. I'm sure there's a study out there of like people who played Tears of the Kingdom first. I'd be interested to see if they have feel similarly about that as you do with Galaxy 2.
Right.
Where it's like, oh, well, Breath of the Wild is like good, but it's just Tears of the Kingdom, but less.
Right.
Like, so I don't know. My number 8 is also a Mario game.
Oh.
It's a Mario game we've played. And
wow.
recently, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Which I did not own.
Love this game.
Physically, like for my Wii or Wii U, until this year. I'd been looking for a really good, like decent used copy for a while. And like every time I went to McKay's or I went to like a used media store, like I got a couple game stores in college, a used copy was like $60. And I was like, dude, it didn't even cost $60 when it came out. Like, what are you crazy? So then I had some trade credit to use at McKay's while I was on a trip, and I saw, oh, hey, this one's only $35. Yoink.
Yep.
So I own it now. We replayed it while you and Logan were here. Great Instagram reel about that.
So much fun.
But this game is the first game I ever remember playing. It was this, and then the Lego Indiana Jones and Kung Fu Panda combo DVD or combo disc for the Xbox 360. But New Super Mario Bros. Wii, first game I ever remember playing. I always wanted to like play it on my own. But my uncle was like, no, this is my Wii. Like, I'll play. And like I have to play it with you because you're like 8 and you don't know anything. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Based. Yeah, that's based.
So, but it's just, I feel like the 2D Mario games after this have not captured the same fun that this one did. Because like think about all of the fun the three of us had playing it because I kept chucking you into lava. Like, we're trying to complete the objective, and I'm like, just chuck you in the lava.
Throw me off a bridge.
They're like crazy stuff that happened with that, or like the colliding of like the walls closing in. Get out of the way! I gotta move. Like like Mario Wonder doesn't have that. Like the collision is turned off. You can't pick anyone up. Like it's very like user friendly. But it's also just a banger game. The soundtrack is great. The gameplay is incredible, and this perfected what 2D Mario was up to this point, which I think is why they tried to replicate it so many times after with like New Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. U, New Super Mario Bros. DS. Like, I guess that one was just New Super Mario Bros. And I think that one came before this one. But like to then get the same 2D Mario game like 5 more times sequentially is like, yeah, you created the perfect 2D Mario game. Doesn't mean you should do it 5 more times.
Right.
Like, that would be like getting 5 Galaxy games. On a side note, I don't understand why everyone's like, hey, you know what would be great for the next 3D Mario? Galaxy 3. I'm like, dude, that's actually the worst thing they could do. But anyway, my number 8, New Super Mario Bros. Wii. It's
wonderful.
A banger.
What a good fire. Genuinely one of the best 2D Marios. Sleeper pick for number 7. Number 7 might shock you. A game that I, weirdly enough, have dumped days worth of hours into. But it's not a game that I would normally play. not a game that would appeal to me normally. And that is Forza Horizon 3.
Whoa.
Really weird. Off pick. But there was a hot minute where my whole family was into Horizon games. Or into Forza games. And they were fine, but I was like, why am I just driving in circles? Like, this isn't fun. And then Forza Horizon came out, which was like open world. And you could collect cars and you could upgrade them and you could upgrade your festival and do like stunts and tricks and like kind of do cool stuff like that. So it was much more fun than just racing and just going in circles. So I was so intrigued. I was so happy to just drive around, and I would get like, you know, my muscle car and I'd jump off like this huge ramp. And honestly, like, it was just a boy game. It was like, I'm 10 years old again because I'm just like, I want to drive a fast car off a cliff, like that, because it's cool. And that was just super fun. And that's honestly a game that, like, throughout college, I would go home for the summer and I'd just pick it back up. And I'd be like, man, this is fire. And I'd listen to podcasts and play Horizon. It was also a really chill game. So I could play it at night right before bed. And it was very good decompression. I could just, like, go for a drive and it would help me clear my head. So it was just kind of always there for me. Throughout college, I'd go home and I always knew that I was going to pick it up. Low key, on my Xbox at my parents' house, I had that game like up to like 75% completion.
Whoa. Which
is crazy because those games are vast and huge. And I think they're on like Horizon 5 now. But I'm like, no, I'm sticking with 3. I'm going to get... Really? Dang. Like, I'm getting to the end of this one. I'm hooked on 3. So that's my number 7 pick.
Yeah, 6 just came out this year.
That's crazy.
And it's coming to PS5.
Wow. How about that?
I heard it was also supposed to be coming to Switch too, but with the new Xbox leadership, it seems like they're starting to pull back on some of that.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
So, like, as a Nintendo gamer, that sucks, but also, like, I understand.
Yeah, you're right.
You need to put in some last-ditch effort to try and save this company.
Yeah.
That's a good pick, though. I do remember playing Forza Horizon 3. I, like, took my mom to GameStop, and it was either getting that or Battlefield 1, and I was like, okay, so I can't convince you on Battlefield 1 yet. She was like, no. And I was like, okay, because I was still like 14. I wasn't ready for an M-rated Battlefield game. Right. So it was Forza Horizon 3. And I had a lot of fun with that. That was a good, like, I always wanted to just grind so I could get the Camaro. And then I kind of stopped after that because I was like, I don't need any more cars.
Yeah, I got my car. I'm good.
That was my GTA.
Yeah,
like, why play GTA when I could play Forza?
I was literally thinking that. I was like, this gave me like the dopamine hit that GTA would give you without all the crap that you like don't need.
Yes, no crime, no strippers, no nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it's great.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Because you couldn't run anyone over. Also, this is my reference that I pull out from this game anytime. Like, would you ever listen to the radio and they'd be like, and now playing a skill song on Classic FM. I listen to the classical radio. So if you turned on your car radio, I listened to Classical FM, and it was like their classical radio station. And I would drive, and they'd be like, there'd be a skill song. And anytime your skill song came on, any like points you got would like get multiplied through the length of the song. But I would listen to the classical one because the songs are like 15 minutes long. So I would like rack up all these points on these classical songs, and every once in a while I'll be driving and like a song, like on a road trip, a song I like will come on, and I'll be like, "Oh, time for a skill song," and I'll like switch lanes. Really, it's stupid. That's a stupid bit, but that's the part of that game that sticks out to me the most.
That's fair. That's real.
Oh,
pivoting in a completely different direction is my number 7, which this game is criminally low on this list. But it's like once I got to like 7, like once I got here, I was like,
yeah,
how am I going to do that? But it is none other than The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D. This was the first Zelda game I ever played, and I actually borrowed it from one of my church friends First friend I ever made at church, and he was
Wow.
like, "Hey, take this 3DS cartridge, go play.
Be free.
It's good." And I was like, "Okay, well, like I knew of Zelda because I'd watched my uncle play Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, and I tried to play Twilight Princess, and I was like, dog, I'm 8. This is boring.
Yeah.
Like, this is stupid. What am I doing? I don't want to be
Yeah.
a wolf. I want to be the guy who swings the sword around."
Yeah.
And I just didn't have the patience for Skyward Sword either because the beginning of that game is a little slow.
Yeah.
So then I got to this game, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what we got here. I'll pull it up on the 3DS. Okay. Finished that game in like 2 weeks because I was hooked. I was sold. And I was like, all right, I'm picking up what you're putting down. And then proceeded to play it all the way through 4 more times.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's what I did. Like, I didn't have a ton of 3DS games,
Yeah.
so I just kept replaying the ones I did have. So, like this and Super Mario 3D Land, I've beat like 4 or 5 times from start to finish. 100%ed a couple times on 3D Land. Anyway, but this game is just it's so good. There's a reason it's the highest rated Zelda game of all time. Like, there's a reason the N64 version is the highest rated video game of all time.
Really?
Like, it's
actually
a good game. You can fact check me. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Ocarina of Time on the N64 is the highest rated video game of all time on Metacritic.
Wow. It is. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has a 99 out of 100.
Yeah.
Right above Breath of the Wild, which is a 97. Right above Elden Ring, which has a 96. Also, Red Dead Redemption 2 shares a 97 with Breath of the Wild. But that's Metacritic, so that's up to you.
Yeah, so it's just a really good game. And I've been wanting to replay it for so long because I love this game. I love the time travel mechanic and like all the different like tunic color changes and stuff, and one second.
Yeah.
The dungeons. There we go. It took me a second. Are really good. I actually kind of like the water temple. I know that's a hot take, but that's why I'm so excited for the remake on Switch 2, because I've been saying like I want to replay this game, but honestly, my hands are too big for the 3DS now for any comfortable long-term playing, but they don't really make any grips for the 3DS to make it more comfortable. So I'm like, okay, Nintendo, please just port Ocarina of Time 3D, just put it in HD and like let's port it. Now they're like, what if we remade it with voice acting, 4K, orchestral music? Game of the year. I'm sold. I haven't even seen it yet. This is how GTA 6 fans must feel.
Yeah.
They're like, I've seen 10 seconds of a cutscene. Game of the year.
$80.
I know that Ocarina of Time is going to drop. It's going to be $80.
Yeah.
I'm mentally preparing myself for it to be 80. If Fire Emblem is 80, you're telling me they're not going to charge 80 for Zelda? I'll be there.
Yeah.
Because guess what? $80 and I get the game fully on the cartridge. So, but no, that's why I'm really excited, because I love Ocarina of Time. I love it to death, and I'm very excited to play it again in a couple months whenever they decide to show us more, which hopefully will be soon. So that's my number
exciting.
7,
Very
Ocarina
exciting.
of Time 3D.
Number 6, leaving the top 5. New Super Mario World for the SNES.
Whoa!
Oldest game on this list.
All right.
I'm looking up the release date of this game.
SNES, that's like what? Late 80s?
1991.
Ooh, okay.
So, you know what's cool about New Super Mario World is this is a generational favorite. So New Super Mario World was my mom's favorite Nintendo game, which is super cool. And the night before she got married, if I'm remembering the story incorrectly, she'll correct me. The night before she got married to my dad, her and her sister played through all of New Super Mario World, like beat the whole game in a night right before she got married.
All right, bro. What are we beating right before the night I get married?
Iconic. And I was thinking that. I was like, should we like defeat the Ender Dragon right before
We're doing a complete 100% playthrough of a Lego game.
100%.
Yeah, we're 100%ing the complete saga, and if we don't, I
Oh my
can't get married.
word. Yeah, New Super Mario World, 2D, like it scratches that classic Mario itch that I just love so much. And I grew up playing this game on the Wii version at my grandparents' house. Do you remember when the Wii would like port classic games over?
Yeah,
and you
like
could
the
get
virtual console.
Yeah. So I grew up playing that, and then eventually got to play it on a real SNES, which is super cool. And now I play it on the SNES on the Switch. So it's just a game that I've played all the way through maybe 5 or 6 times. I freaking love New Super Mario World. The soundtrack is iconic. The level design is so classic you can't beat it. It just really cemented my love for Mario, but more importantly, my love for video games. It was just that video game that set me down like, this is what I love. I love doing this. Just because it was engineered at a perfect time where it was addicting, but not in a malicious way.
Right.
You know? Like, it was that kind of like, oh, I want to keep progressing, I want to keep going, but not in like a we're going to sell you something way. It was like, this is a really good game way. So I think that New Super Mario World, I think it's, dare I say, it's hard to say it's the best 2D Mario game because the idea of what a 2D Mario game can be has shifted so much through generations, but I think it's my favorite. So there you go. No multiplayer, which sucks, but anyway, still a great game.
That's fair. All right. What is
6.
next? Number 6. This one is one I played a couple years ago, and I've only played it once, and it kind of took me a while to beat it, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And it
a game
originally
you played
was
once on a top 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait. Well. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, technically, I've only played Battlefront 2 once.
I mean,
like all the way through.
Yeah.
But this
I
is also
guess.
like a single player story game. It's not like
okay.
It's not like a multiplayer.
Okay.
And that is Persona 5
Wow.
Royal. I think my final runtime on Switch was like 125 hours.
Jeez.
And I've played Persona 5 and I've played Persona 3. And Persona 5 is still my favorite. I love the characters and the story. I think it's such an interesting story because as I was playing it, I was like trying to grapple with the morality of what the Phantom Thieves were doing.
Yeah.
Especially as like someone who looks at games through like the Christian lens of like, well, is it true repentance if you're going in there and forcing a heart change? Like, even though they are like exposing themselves and like, you know, trying to atone for what they've done. Like,
right.
Is it true? But even outside of that, like, I think it's just a really good game. The soundtrack is incredible, dude. I use so much Persona music in my videos. Hey, because Atlas is chill like that. They let you use their music. Atlas and Nintendo are super chill in letting you use their music for games, and you love to see it. So I did have a ton of fun with it. I do want to go back and do like a New Game Plus at some point, but that's the thing with like having so many games and so little time. It's like I could put another 75 hours into New Game Plusing Persona 5.
Right.
Or I could finally play like Xenoblade Chronicles X, which has been sitting on my shelf since the beginning of the year, or Persona 4 Golden, which has been sitting in my Switch library for 3 years. Like,
right.
So why would I do that? But no, there's just something about Persona 5 that like is so not foundational, but like it was just very easy to get into, and I feel like it lent itself very well to a Switch port, of which I was very excited. And I have the Steelbook, which I did talk about this on Physical Media Friday. So that's my number 6 is Persona 5. It was number 5, but just got swapped for what will be in my number 5.
Wow. All right. Number 5, top 5, is a game that I have played 100%ed. Like, when I say 100%, I mean 100%. Twice, back to back. This is the only game that I finished 100% and then started a new run and did it again. And that is Lego Harry Potter Years 1 through 4.
Oh, true.
And let me just say, This is one of the most nostalgic games of my entire life because there was a period in high school where me and my older sister would play Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4 every freaking night for hours. And we were so obsessed with it. We had all these inside jokes about it. It was just like a thing. It was just what we did was we played Lego Harry Potter, and we had like the characters that we had like mains that we would always pick. It's like, this is my character. I think I was Fred Weasley. It was like we just picked. I'm not even like a huge Harry Potter fan, but this was the game that it's so weird. It's kind of liminal in a weird way because it just has so much in it that you'd be like, why is this in a Harry Potter game? You could tell they were experimenting with the gameplay stuff that was just really odd at the time. And the game is so busted. We played it on the Xbox 360. We played a whole full game, like a save file, to 99.8%. And we were like, what is this last piece? There is something missing that we cannot get. And there was a level collectible. There was like, I was scouring Reddit and forums like, what is wrong with this game? There was a collectible that had glitched through the wall in one of the levels and was unobtainable. And our game was stuck at 99.8%. We had literally everything else. And I was like, well, shoot. And we kind of looked at each other and we kind of accepted that defeat. And we were like, I guess we got to run it back.
Do it again?
And we did it. We spent another like 2 years like going through the game again. And we just had just as much fun. Got the collectible 100% it. It's just one of those stories I'll always hold on to. That time we 100% Lego Harry Potter twice. Just one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. I want a 100% a Lego game again. I should
make one good enough to actually play.
I need to pick an old one and do it again.
Dude, have you ever played Lego Star Wars 3?
No, actually.
Oh, that game's so good. That game is so good.
Anyway, that's my number 5.
Number 5? All right. My number 5 will shock no one. Well, actually, it might. This is kind of a controversial take, or so I've been told by random people on the internet. To have this game this high on a list for this franchise. It's a Zelda game. Or even this high on like a personal list. But I love this game. Honestly, I could make a case to put it higher, but that would be hard for the games it would have to go through. But yeah. I could make a case for it. But number 5 is none other than The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword.
Wow. At number 5.
At number 5. Dude.
Holy cow.
This game is so good. Dare I say, best Zelda story, one of the best Zelda soundtracks, one of the best iterations of Link in Zelda, some of the best dungeons in series history, and I actually love the motion controls. There, I said it. I think that makes the game so much more fun, and it got me immersed in the game. Because even though you're sitting down, you're still like holding the Joy-Cons. And like what they did on Switch that I think gives it a little bit of an edge over the Wii is because both Joy-Cons have motion sensors in them. You could like punch your left Joy-Con that the shield was mapped to, and you would do a shield bump. But I think on the Wii it was mapped to a button on the nunchuck. But this was like, I'm gonna throw that and then you're gonna swing my other one around just to hit this guy. But like, I was exhausted after doing the final boss.
Yeah,
because I was like, bash, okay, up, down, left, diagonal, shield bash. Like it was so fun. I could not put this game down when I bought it. Like it came in the mail and I was like, all right, this will be my Zelda game to last me till like, Breath of the Wild 2 comes out like next year, and then it came out a year and a half later, but that's not here nor there. And I was like, oh, this is just gonna last 2 weeks, done. Because I kept I was like, finish my homework, and now I'm back. I had no class. Okay, cool. We are playing Skyward Sword all day. Like I did all of the dungeons without having to look anything up. Or no, I think I looked up like once or twice.
Yeah.
But it was like I was so engaged in it that like I didn't want to look up a guide. And because sometimes, you know how when you play a game, you're like, ugh, please just let it be over. Like,
Right.
give me the
You're
guide,
like-
get me out of here. That's where I'm kind of getting to with Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Especially with the Triforce quest. But I'm like, this game, I was like, no, don't show me the guide. I can figure
Yeah.
this out. Like, I have an item or something, like I can jerry-rig it or do something.
Mm-hmm.
So, Skyward Sword is number 5. It is my number
Wow.
2 favorite Zelda game of all time.
Wow. Spoilers.
And honestly, if I replayed it versus what is my number 1, I could flip them.
Wow.
I could flip. I
That's
love Skyward Sword, which is crazy because there are a lot of people who don't, because they're like, oh, the motion controls.
I don't really like Skyward Sword. I played it without motion controls because I was like, I'm trying to sit.
Yeah, you and Megan freaking never made it off the tutorial island. That'd be like, I actually hate Breath of the Wild, and I never got off the Great Plateau.
Wow.
Which is fine. I'm just giving you a hard time, but
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
So yeah,
It's
that's
whatever.
my number 5.
I admit to being. I'm not even a Zelda fan. I'm just a Breath of the Wild fan.
Hey, at least you're honest about
And there's a difference. There is a difference.
There is. There are people who like, if it's not open world, I don't want it. Which is why I'm interested to see how the Ocarina of Time remake does, because I guarantee you it'll still be more linear like the original, and they might add some open air stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't think it'll be anywhere like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. All right, ready? Number 4 on the list. Another crucial game from my childhood.
All right.
One that turned me into a man. One that shaped me into a competitive weapon. Mario Kart Wii.
Ooh.
Listen. You want to talk about a hard Mario Kart game? Mario Kart Wii was merciless, and I'm better for it because I would play with my dad. Here's what's ridiculous. My dad is such a butt because he would literally be like, we would be like, how are you in first place? How are you in first place? Because I'm a kid. I'm like, how are you in first place? He was just better than me. Like, that's just how it was. And he'd be like, it was Koopa Cape was our like favorite track. And he was like, oh, there's a secret exit that I'm taking and keeping me in first place. And if you found it, you too would be in first place. And I'd be like, shoot, where is it? We looked for it forever. He was lying. He was just lying through, like, to us so that we were busy looking for this thing while he was in first place. Which is
diabolical.
So funny, but also, what the heck? So, Mario Kart Wii was just that game that we could all... Because that was my whole thing. Growing up, most of my gaming experience is from my dad, and he didn't want to play a game that we couldn't all play together.
That's fair.
And so he was like, we're playing games. I'm home from work. Let's play a game. But it would be like, that's why the Wii was so popular, because it was like the family, LAN console. So, I mean, Mario Kart Wii has some of the best music. I could close my eyes and like hear the music. Coconut Mall. I think the most iconic Nintendo music that we still use to this day is from Mario Kart Wii. I think some of the most iconic, recognizable Mario Kart stuff or Nintendo stuff is from Mario Kart Wii. And I think that it was so expandable. There's the ghost races and the time trials and multiplayer. And listen, I have the Birdo character on my Wii back home, which is crazy because to unlock the Birdo character, you had to win a game online. When the Wii could play Mario Kart Wii online.
Oh, so like now you can't.
So you can't get it anymore, which is crazy. So, I don't know. It's just so iconic. We played it so much. I think some of the best tracks on there, which is why I love that they ported a lot of the tracks to Mario Kart 8. Which just because those are so nostalgic, the music, the characters, the vibes, the controls were good too. Like the item balancing was good. It was hard. Like those like CPUs would kick your butt. There were no mercy there. Now I feel like I play Mario Kart 8 on like 150cc, and I'm like, okay.
You're in like 100, and you're like, can you guys go any faster? Which is why 200 is so interesting. But even
Yeah.
then, the CPUs are not great.
They're just not. I just feel like there was a downgrade there. So Mario Kart Wii is number 4. So many good memories.
Dude, I'm really debating switching my number 1.
Oh my gosh. Really?
Live on the episode.
You can't do that.
I'm
you can.
I'm
but
really
like,
thinking about it. We'll see. I got time.
Let me hear your
I got
number
time.
4.
Number 4. Okay. I love this game to death. I really do. It's one of the only times I've ever like double and now triple dipped on a game.
Wow.
And well, I guess the second one doesn't count because it was a gift, but I love this game, but it's always so hard to talk about it because every time I bring it up, people look at me funny. They're like, "Really?
Oh.
What a weirdo. What's your problem?"
Mm.
Like, but I'm like, "No, you don't understand the deep emotional attachment I have to this game." Okay? You don't understand. And that is
Wow.
none other than the hit game Doki Doki Literature Club.
Oh.
Every
what was I
time-
expecting?
Every time I talk about this game, everyone's like, well, you like it because it's got cute anime girls in it. Okay, yeah, kind of. But also, like, dude, this is one of those right place, right time. And
Yeah.
I talked about that in a video of, like, what are the odds that this free PC game had been sitting on my desktop for, like, 4 years, and I wanted to play it. But then I didn't play it until, like, right after college, and all of the stuff in that game just hit. Like, it hit like crack. Because it was just like, I don't want to confront that. I've been hiding from that, like, for the past 6 months. And it's like, I don't want to confront that either. That's hard. And yeah, it's kind of a disturbing game once you get into the second act. But what I love about it is every time I've replayed it, every single time, I always somehow manage to find something different. I managed to find something new. There's a different music track used. There's a subtle like thing in the background, like one of the background pictures is different.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has so much time, effort, and care put into it that I think is sometimes hard to find in modern games.
Yeah.
And I think it, helps that it's like a smaller team, smaller studio. It's not like a big AAA, Sony game. But
Right.
it's, because it's hard because I do feel like everyone boils it down to like, well, you just like the cute anime girls. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I do. I love the characters. I think they're all great. They're all very well written, very well balanced out. Yuri, best girl, don't fight me. Like, I'll die on that hill. But I do love the game a lot more than just like, oh, it's got cute anime girls and they're doing anime things. Like, it is a game that has deeply and profoundly impacted me. And that's why it's so high. Because, like, it's crazy because I don't like horror games. I don't like thriller games. Like, I don't like that kind. I don't like being scared. Like, I don't like that. But I played it for the first time all the way through. And when I finished it, I was like, I want to play that again.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do that again. And then I played it twice. And then 3 times, 4 times, 5. I think I'm up to, like, 7 or 8 playthroughs now. Like, I try to do one every year. Because I'm like, this game is something special to me. Like, and that's what makes a top 10 is like, I'm not saying it's objectively the best game of all time. Like, but it's special to me, and that's what matters. So that's my number 4, Doki Doki Literature Club.
Wow, that's iconic. Number 3, top 3, guys. Top
Numero
3
tres.
top 3 games of all time. This is a game that has just aged like fine wine. And I would argue that I think it's one of the that's so tough. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made. And that is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Ooh.
Last year, listen, my like experience with this game is so interesting because I was late to the Switch game. I was late to all the Switch stuff. But then I was playing Breath of the Wild, and I was like, this is so much fun. This is such a good game. Played through all the way, loved it, whatever. And then every once in a while, it just comes back to me like a loyal dog. It just comes back to me, and I go, I should play through Breath of the Wild. And I'll hop on my little save, and I'll play it again, and I'll play some, and I'll play for a couple months, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll play for a couple months. And I think there was a moment, my junior year of college was when I was really busy, really stressed, really just all over the place. I was taking like 16 credit hours, working 25 plus hours a week, planning my wedding, like lots of like relationship drama, lots of friend stuff going on. So this was a game I would sometimes be like, I could go to the cafeteria for lunch, like I could do that. But I was like, honestly, I have an hour before work. I'm going to pick up lunch and go home and play Breath of the Wild. And that's so unlike me. Like, I am so, like, I have to be productive. I have to do this. I'm cutting the nonsense, whatever. But this was a point in my life where I was like, I know, like, I need this. Like, I feel like I need to disconnect for a minute. And this was such a peaceful, at your own pace game that did that for me. And I think that experience over the last few years has just left such an imprint on what the game is for me. And it is this reliable thing that I know I can go back to it at any point and find something I've never seen before. And that is insane. That years later, I can still find things that I have never seen before in this game. Talk to new characters, find a new quest, get a new shrine, get these things. It's just a beautiful experience to do that. There's so much care and work. It's such a vast, beautiful world that I feel like I could just play forever. Like, I don't think there's a point where I could stop playing Breath of the Wild.
That's
and
fair.
It deserves a top number 3 spot.
Did you say why you never got into Tears of the Kingdom as much?
So basically,
because I know you have it.
I have it, and I've played it. Basically, the best way I can say, I think I'm too dumb for Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom it's clearly Breath of the Wild, but more. And I always felt like I never needed more. Breath of the Wild was so satisfactory to me that I never needed to do the engineering stuff. I never needed the sky or the below or the underground areas. I never needed it. I always felt like I was so satisfied and happy with Breath of the Wild that I was kind of like, I'm good. Like, I understand and I appreciate what you're doing here. I understand that this is really awesome. It's just not for me. And I'd rather have this peaceful roaming around the world experience that Breath of the Wild offers.
Yeah,
and
that's fair.
Maybe I'll go back to Tears of the Kingdom and see what I think. But upon that initial launch, I was like, I'm kind of good.
Yeah, that's fair. So my number 3 is a game that I can almost guarantee is on your list. Oh. And you might be shocked that it's only at number 3 on mine.
Wow.
But in a similar vein to what you had to say about Breath of the Wild, it's a game that I always feel like I can go back to. I can always find something new to do. I always have, like, it's always there. It is very reliable.
Yeah.
It's there. And that is the hit. I don't know if you heard it. It's a little indie game. Minecraft.
Yeah, baby. Baby.
Minecraft, I haven't played it as much lately as I've wanted to. Like, I definitely played it a lot more growing up than I do now. But like, Minecraft is such a, like, I don't think I would be who I am today if Minecraft didn't exist. Like,
do I dare say I agree?
Like, who would I be? Because I think about, like, a lot of my inspiration for making content came from watching Minecraft YouTubers. Like, a lot of the early, like, formative friendships I had in, like, elementary and middle school, all through Minecraft. Like, our friendship,
literally
built in Minecraft.
Literally,
like, pun fully intended.
Yeah,
like that was one of the formative parts of, like, 2020. It was like, all right, 3:00, hop on Minecraft with Jackson.
Hopping on Minecraft.
Like, we're locked in. So. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to talk about it.
What do
other
you
than
say?
Like, it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, and it's been so interesting because
highest selling game of all time for a reason.
Maddie has never played Minecraft.
Wow.
So it's like so interesting to see someone who like my life was so impacted and influenced by Minecraft, but then like how different her life was as someone who wasn't into Minecraft. And not like in a bad way, but like it's just interesting to see the difference there. And I told her, I'm like, we're going to play it one day. Like, I'll get you hooked up. We'll do like 2-player on the Switch or something. We'll do like a basic little world just so like, just so you can see, like, kind of try to understand what I'm getting at here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Minecraft is my number 3. I don't even know what to say. Like
Wow. Listen,
it's Minecraft.
It's Minecraft. What else do you say?
Over 1,000 hours across all of the different devices that I've played it on. Probably closer to 1,300 when I add in my Switch.
That's crazy.
And once that Switch 2 version comes out, man, I'm like, do I want to continue a world or do I want to just start a brand new one?
Yikes. Hey, guys, comment down below if you think the Nerdiest Podcast should have a Minecraft Forever world that we stream on.
Please.
Should we do Minecraft Let's Play streams? Should we do Minecraft Let's Play streams? Comment down below. Number 2. This is I don't know if this is a controversial pick or not. I feel like someone's going to flame me for this pick.
Oh, dude.
Someone, I mean, you know, people will flame me for any pick. But you have to hear me out.
Okay.
This is a pick that I don't think I've ever had. A game has not captured me in the way that this game did since it came out. I'll say that. There has not been a game that I think I've cared about more since this game came out. Not a new game. And it's one of those games, if it was still alive, and could be played in the capacity that it used to be, I'd be playing every day. Every day. And that is Star Wars Battlefront 2015 for the Xbox One.
That's based.
Battlefront 2 is also good, but the original Battlefront was something that impacted me so heavily. It was just an important game for me, and I think this came right at the time. I was living in Seattle at the time when this game came out in like 2015. We had just gotten... This is crazy. We had just gotten an Xbox One because it was like the hip, cool thing. Because my dad was working at Microsoft. Like it was like a thing that like he got the Xbox working at Microsoft. We're in this new place. That was one of the first games that we got for that. And I remember playing that demo where you play Darth Vader in the Hoth base and you have to clear out the rebels. They knew exactly what they needed to do to get me hooked on this game. It was, I mean, just out of this world fun. And what I loved about this game was the multiplayer was so vast, but so was the single player. I think that the local multiplayer for Battlefront was sometimes more fun because they had all the survival missions, they had co-op battles, they had all this stuff. Like you could fight each other, but you could be a team. And those survival missions, when I tell you, like, I think me and my dad both had like an autistic obsession with the survival mode of Star Wars Battlefront. We would like go places and would be like, oh, he's like, oh, I'm going to go get my oil changed. Do you want to come? Whatever. We'd go like, he'd get his car worked on. We'd go to the store. We'd be at the store for like an hour and talk about nothing but strategy of what items are going in the multiplayer hand, because the multiplayer hand for player one got to pull their multiplayer hand into those survival missions. So I was grinding on the multiplayer while he was at work so that we could upgrade all our cards so that he could come home and we could play the survival mission with the upgraded multiplayer hand. It was just like out of this world, and we were moving away from Seattle. Listen, the week we were moving, it was just me and my dad home. The rest of our family had moved already. We were waiting. That week, golly, the Death Star DLC came out. I cannot tell you a lie. I say this with the utmost honesty. I played for 9 hours. When I tell you that I took breaks, I'd make lunch, I'd let the dog out, I'd take a shower, and then I'd be hopping right back on Battlefront. I wasn't even closing the game to take a break. It was like, I'm going to leave this here, come back in 30 minutes, have a snack. All right, we're back on the Battlefront DLC. Golly, dude. Golly, such an important game to me. So anyway, I wish those servers were still populated and alive because I love Walker Assault. I love Supremacy. I love Cargo. I was getting so good at. This was another one of those games that I was like, I was keeping up with the Battlefront top 10 kills of the week. Like every like Monday, it'd be like, what are the Battlefront top 10 kills of the week? It was so fun, so much fun. I was making clip shows of like my coolest moment. It was just so good.
Oh, that's
it was
real.
so good. So anyway, that's my number 2.
All right, my number 2 is actually kind of a niche game. Not a lot of people play it. I think it still has under 2 million sales, which sucks because it's such a good freaking game.
Really?
Dude, it's incredible. This was my unemployment game. This was my post-college unemployment game, and I know that because I just checked my play activity on the Switch app. One of my longest play session was 9 hours straight.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. There
That's
were 9-hour days, 8.5, 6.5, 7. Like I was locked in for over 130 hours.
Holy
and that is
cow,
none other
dude.
than Xenoblade Chronicles 3, of which I am wearing the shirt, and I've got the poster in the background. I love this game so much, which is funny because I like the story of the first game, but kind of like how you are with Tears of the Kingdom, I was a little too stupid to understand the combat the first time around because I played through the tutorial where they explained it and then took a break for a year, jumped back in, and had completely forgotten what I was doing. So I was just kind of button spamming.
I understand.
To get through the story, to finish it before this game came out. So then Xenoblade 3 comes out, and I'm like, I like Xenoblade. I haven't played 2, but like this looks fine. Like I need something new to play on the Switch while we're waiting for Breath of the Wild 2. Still not called Tears of the Kingdom yet. And it was supposed to drop in September, but then they were like, boom, you know what? Have it in July. And I'm like, oh, dude.
Oh, sweet.
I'm in. Legitimately, launch day, like launch weekend, 14 hours. That's more than Tomodachi Life.
That's crazy.
Like Tomodachi Life, I just put in 10 for that launch weekend this year.
That's crazy.
This 14 hours in the weekend. And it was like, not, I'm going through 14 hours of story. It was like, I'm filling out the map and exploring the map, because in Xenoblade games it's kind of like Minecraft, where in order to fill out the map you have to actually go there.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we're starting here, going all the way across, all the way up, all the way, like doing it, and I would like turn on a podcast and just like fill up my maps.
Yeah.
And like I was invested in the characters day one. I was invested in the story day one. I was invested in the gameplay day one. It was so much easier to get into than the first game. At least for me personally. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it was easier for me. And then you get like halfway through the game where the story's at. Oh my gosh, it's peak. It's peak. It's peak. I was up at like midnight. I was like, okay, I'll just finish this chapter and then go to bed. And then where the chapter ends with the cliffhanger, I was like, well, I got to know how that goes.
I got to know.
So then I played through the whole next chapter and it was like 3 a.m. And I was like, okay, well, that's a cliffhanger, but I need to go to bed. But I want to know where it ends. So I went and slept for like 4 hours, came back, and I was like, boom, all right, we're in. That's why I keep saying this was my unemployment game.
Yeah.
Because if I had a job, that was not going to happen.
That was not going to happen, no.
But it's also one of those games that like deeply, profoundly impacted me on a like a personal and emotional level based on the themes of the story and everything that was going on in my life that I have a whole video about that. So you guys can go my channel. I'll cover it there. But yeah, no, Xenoblade 3, it's peak. I'm very excited for Xenoblade Genesis to come out next year. We will be day one-ing that one.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Very good.
That's my number 2. Is it honorable mentions?
Honorable mentions. Hey, we're getting kind of late into this episode. Time is ticking. But some quick honorable mentions for you. I have 5 honorable mentions that I'll speed through really quick. Honorable mentions, Skylander games. Love those Skylander games. Not in the top 5. Swap Force is my favorite, though. Attempted a speed run on a Skylander game last year. Really hard, by the way. Don't do it. All the Skylander games are so much fun. Did all that. Weirdly niche shout out, but it's one I think you'll appreciate. Monopoly for the Nintendo Switch.
So true.
Monopoly for the Nintendo Switch. The most rigged, broken, busted ghetto game that has ever existed.
Dude,
and
are we
that's
getting
why
the
it's so
Heroes
much
versus
fun.
Villains Star Wars one?
Yes, we have to. Like this, gosh, so much fun. Shout out Mario Party 8, my favorite Mario Party. This one I grew up playing on the Wii. Big shout out. Also shout out every other Lego game. Literally all of them. I've played all of them. We're at 100% at most of them. Lego Lord of the Rings
You can't
specifically
say you
is
played
a
all of them.
highlight.
You just told me you've never played Lego Star Wars 3.
Okay, I played a lot of them. Shout out Lego Lord of the Rings. Shout out Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Shout out Lego The Hobbit. But biggest shout out of all to the highest honorable mention, Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga.
True.
Arguably the best Lego game ever made. Also, you can dog me for putting it on here. There's a very special place in my heart for Fortnite. Now, before you say like, oh, Fortnite used to be really fun. And occasionally it still is. But back in the day, when all the boys were on Fortnite, there was some fun to be had on Fortnite. Before it was inflated into this IP wonderland, Fortnite was kind of the game you wanted to play.
You're kind of cooking. Like I have not opened up Fortnite since we did that live stream.
Yeah,
like
me
2
neither.
months ago.
Me neither.
And they're doing this whole like the new season is like all game characters. They're finally adding like Persona skins and like Sonic and all this stuff. And I'm like, Joker's gonna be in the battle pass, so that's cool. I'm not getting the battle pass.
No.
Like, I'll probably cave.
Yeah.
Knowing me, I'll cave.
Yeah.
But then like people have played it earlier and they're like, if you love the current season, you'll love the next one. I'm like, oh, that's great. So I'll hate it.
Right.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Those are my honorable mentions.
My honorable mentions. The last one will shock you. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Had to throw it in there.
Deserved a shout out.
Banger, especially with the Booster Course DLC.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
goodness, dude. Bet like most fulfilling Mario Kart game of all time.
Oh yeah.
Next up, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. That's the first game. While I don't particularly care for the way the combat works, I did play through the epilogue DLC, and I kind of understood the combat a little better, and it grew on me. So I think if I did a New Game Plus, I might enjoy it a little better. But it is on the honorable mentions because the story is phenomenal. Even if you don't like the controls, even if you don't like particularly care for the gameplay of like a JRPG, you should watch the story of Xenoblade. It's incredible. It's like it's Nintendo's Final Fantasy. Like it is truly one of their underrated IPs. Next up, Lego Star Wars 3: The Clone Wars. That game is incredible. It's got like MMORPG type elements built in where you're like troop simulator commanding armies and stuff. Like it's so cool. I also had to put Fortnite because like
you have to. You kind of
Fortnite peaked from 2021 to like 2024.
Yeah, I agree.
And like last year was a little sketch.
Yeah,
But then this year has been like rough.
Yeah, it's been.
I was like,
I would
dude,
say it's been actively bad.
What are we
for
doing
Fortnite?
here?
Because there was a moment where we would be like, should we get on Fortnite?
Yeah, like
But
Fortnite became the new Minecraft. It was
Right.
like, okay, well, instead of playing Minecraft, like let's just go jump on Fortnite.
There was
for
a
like an hour while we're
resurgence of
chatting.
like there was a resurgence. There was a resurgence of like our generation. Like, hey, Fortnite's cool. Like it's just open world, like battle royale. And then they were like really kind of started hamming up like, oh, it's for like kind of the kid stuff. And I'm just not in. It's bad. I think it's bad. So anyway.
All right. Oh wait, I have one more honorable mention.
Let me hear.
And that is, I have the case for it. I have the case for all of them except for Fortnite.
Right.
My last honorable mention is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Wow. Plot twist.
Great game.
Plot twist.
Great game. But pales in comparison to my number one. But I'll explain that in a little bit.
Wow, plot twist. Okay, ready? for
Yep.
my number one? You all knew it was coming. You all knew it was coming.
Ratatouille for Wii.
Ratatouille for the Wii is the best game ever made. No. You all knew it was coming. Minecraft.
Yep.
Minecraft.
Yep.
Listen, it's the highest selling game of all time for a reason. I think that watching the evolution of Minecraft over my lifetime has been a beautiful thing, because I started playing Minecraft with my family like I started playing any game, and we would build these vast worlds together. But then, similar to you, I was in the Minecraft YouTube scene, and it was like, okay, I want to create videos. I want to do this. I had my own gaming channel. None of them were posted, thank God. But it's like, I had my own gaming channel, like fake channel. And then I had a Let's Play series with friends, and we like low-key put it on DVD. I was doing Physical Media Friday before it was cool. Like, we were like, we're doing this. And this was one of the first times that I kind of started taking storytelling for real. I was like, we're telling a real story through this Minecraft Let's Play. And I think that impacted my career now in such an odd way. Because now I'm also playing Minecraft with my coworkers and still playing with my family. Like, my family just started a new server like last year, and it was like basically revamping our whole like one from my childhood. Like, it's so much fun. It's just a game that I think will always be there for me. No matter what's going on in my life or whatever Microsoft does to add stuff that doesn't need to be there, there's cushions, and whatever, like, it'll always be Minecraft. And it will always be there for whenever you need it, whenever you need to just play a game, whenever you need to build a house, whenever you need a new world, it'll be there for your 2-week Minecraft phase. And then when you need it again later, it'll be there. And it hits every single time. And it's just, I think it's a beautiful piece of art that should go down in history. Unironically, it's Minecraft.
Yeah.
What else can you say?
That's so true. I always struggle to say, like, it's always hard to say anything about Minecraft because it's like, it's almost like you had to be there.
It's like, but
like, you had
it's also
to
like
just be there and experience it to
but
understand.
It's always been there.
Right.
Like
the game's like, what, 15 years old?
Yeah. So it's like that weird friend where you don't remember how you met.
But you've always been there.
But you've always been there, and you can tell them anything. But
you know Minecraft games go crazy. This is one of the most relatable reels I've ever seen, where it's like, the convo is deep when you're just like bouncing around your base in Minecraft while you're having these deep conversations. Like me and Colin, that's how we became friends. Was we started playing Minecraft together, and now we're like still really good friends to this day.
Right.
Like that's how we started this podcast.
Not even to mention that's how we became friends. That's how we like really connected was 2020, October 2020. We were both going through some messed up stuff, like really, really dangerous, like really bad stuff. It was COVID. It was the height of COVID. It was all the stuff. And we were just like at 3 p.m.
You want to escape
Let's
the
play
realities
Minecraft.
of the world and just go for it? And
it's
we sure
like
did.
every 3 p.m. It was like, let's play Minecraft till dinner. And we just talk and play whatever you need. So, number one, Minecraft. It's always there for me.
So my number one changed on the spot because I was thinking about it. And I was like, Tears of the Kingdom was in that number one spot.
Yeah.
It was. That was my number one for a while. But every time I like looked at my list and I thought about it, I was like, I love Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I think it's a great game. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think there are things it does better than Breath of the Wild. But I've never felt the pull to go back and finish it. Like, I've never felt the pull to go back and finish the shrines. I've never felt the pull to go back and finish exploring the caves or the depths of the sky. Like, it was good. But it wasn't, like, it was great, but it wasn't excellent. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I was really trying to grapple with that as I was looking at this list and we were talking about all the other games. I was like, am I like, did I move it up there out of hype moments and aura when it came out? And now I'm like, I haven't touched that game in almost 2 years. Like, I played it a little bit when the Switch 2 came out because I wanted to see the updated graphics and stuff, but I didn't really do anything. I just kind of like messed around. And I'll admit it did a lot for like me and my mental health and like where I was at when like the hype cycle was coming out and like all that stuff got to go to the midnight launch, blah, 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 blah. But then I decided that I was right. 5 years ago, I was right. My gut instinct was always right, which is why my number one favorite game of all time is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I was right. This is objectively the better game. And when I sit back and think about it, I'm like, dude, I went back, I did all the shrines, I got a ton of Koroks, I did the Master Trials, I got the Master Cycle, I did all the DLC, like, I kept going, I got all the outfits, like, I just kept going, and I was like, dude, and I was like, and I'm not trying to drag Tears of the Kingdom, but, like, I never fully utilized the build mechanic, I never fully utilized the fuse mechanic, I, like, all of those things almost felt a little overbearing to me of like, well, this is really deep. Like, I don't know if I can get into all of that, but it's great that it's there. But Breath of the Wild is the OG. Like, that's the foundation that Tears of the Kingdom is built on. So how could you say that what is built on top of the foundation is better than the foundation?
Yeah.
It's like the people who say Andor is better. It's like the best Star Wars thing ever. It's like, how can you say that this thing is better than what it's built on? That doesn't make sense. So no, Breath of the Wild is back at my number one spot. After 3 years, it is so back. Because I was like, you know what? You're so right. Like, it is always there. Like, it's unchanging. And like, I think that's because they added stuff to it, and it feels like a full game now.
Yeah.
And then when you go to Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, okay, well, where's my Trial of the Sword? Where's my Master Cycle DLC? Where's my Champions Ballad? Like, it's good, and there's a lot of content, and there's, like, people make some amazing stuff. Like, someone made, like, a full-scale Godzilla mech that walks. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And I love the story, and I think everything they did with that is great. But I don't think you can top Breath of the Wild. I've played this game. Dude, I have played Breath of the Wild start to finish, I kid you not, 5 or 6 times.
Oh,
I beat it on my uncle's Wii U. I beat it 3 times on Switch. I beat it a 4th time before Tears of the Kingdom came out. Okay, so maybe 4.
Yeah.
And I beat it a 4th time before Tears of the Kingdom came out. So, like, how I feel about it's always Ocarina of Time and Breath of the Wild. And Skyward Sword. Those are like my top 3 Zelda games. So that's my number 1. It's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have not changed that in 5 years.
Can I just say, welcome home. Welcome.
What can I say?
Wow. That's beautiful. Hey, if you made it to the end of this episode, big thank you. This is we love doing top 10 lists. This is just super nostalgic and fun, and I think it gives you guys an opportunity to get to know us better as well as we just go through this list and talk about our experiences. But we want to know your favorite games too, so please drop a comment down below. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, whatever, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. Mr. Nick, unless you have anything else, I think we're ready to wrap up on this episode. Guys, huge shout out to our YouTube members, Retro Plaid Guy. Huge day one. Thank you. Also, not Zeke Shine. I've been saying Shrine. That's wrong. It's not Zeke Shine, and I'm so sorry. Please don't leave. Andy A, big shout out. Jessica Carnes, big shout out. The Boog SW and Yavin 9684. Thank you to our YouTube members in the live studio audience. You too could be a YouTube member by clicking the links down below and get an extra episode every month. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. It was so much fun. We haven't done a top 10 in quite a while, so this was very, very good. I kind of want to go play a Lego game right
I
now.
want to go play Breath of the Wild.
I'm like, should we just go play Breath of the Wild right now? Like,
I'm like, dude, I got the 4K 60 upgrade on Switch 2.
shoot, dude. I'm like, should I go play Minecraft like all night? Fascinating. Yeah, but that's that about that. Thank you so much for listening. And we will see you in the next episode. Until then, links all in the description. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye.